anything to upset your pregnancy.
Right now, at this stage of things, she's past that initial 3-month period. And eventually, I'm going to start showing a little bit. We're going to be building some pads and stuff like that. Hopefully, I won't gain the weight naturally, just in sympathy of her pregnancy, but it will be padding.
La ausencia de Mulder tiene un motivo bastante práctico. El actor David Duchovny tuvo que dedicarse a otros proyectos y la mejor solución fue ser secuestrado por extraterrestres.
David Duchovny came to me last year and said he wanted to be in 11 episodes. So that's the deal that Fox made. He has got other stuff going on. You know, it's the 8th season. It's weird working without him at times, but it's also nice to have him as a kind of absent center in the show.
Con la desaparición de Mulder, el director asistente Skinner y único testigo del secuestro es confrontado por el FBI que no confía en su testimonio.
Is there anything you're not telling us about Agent Mulder or his attitude? Do you think he'd ever retaliate against the FBI?
Agent Mulder was only after the truth.
Skinner, who has always played the role as a mediator between the FBI and Mulder and Scully, mixing his loyalties, dividing his loyalties, all of a sudden he is the one who saw Mulder perhaps abducted.
So this is a whole new deal for him, and he is pretty much now a believer, and he's not the skeptic, or he's not the roadblock that he has been in the past to Mulder and Scully. So he's seeing things in a completely different light than he has in the past.
His now knowledge of that, and his role in the pursuit of Mulder, the search for Mulder, because he is Mulder's friend, puts him definitely in the X-Files camp. So we will be seeing more of him as a member of that search for Mulder.
Y el agente John Doggett entra en escena para liderar la investigación.
It's on the move! Spread out!
Doggett is a very blue-collar type agent. He's ex-Marine, New York City police detective, and he's very, very successful in both.
He is a guy who works well in the system of the FBI, well liked by his peers, completely unlike Mulder.
In his investigation, Agent Mulder came to believe the boy was experiencing abnormal brain activity. This kind of guy is not really intimidated by a lot of people, not intimidated by somebody that's gone to Yale, and so forth. He's more street smart.
You got a chance to shine here, John. Stand in the spotlight. Show them all your needs.
Para hacer el papel de Doggett fue seleccionado el actor Robert Patrick, que interpretó el papel de T. Neal en El Exterminador 2. Él tiene 41 años y ha aparecido en más de 50 películas y episodios de televisión.
Robert Patrick was somebody I had read for another part on another show, and he'd come in and blown us away. He just wasn't right for that part.
All right, then, lie down. Lie down on the ground.
So when his name came up as a possibility for this new character, we jumped on it immediately.
Agent Mulder, stay there! This is actually the best role I've ever been given the opportunity to play.
Con tantos cambios en los expedientes secretos X, el trabajo más complicado acabó cayendo en manos de los creadores de la serie.
It's scary when you add a new character because it changes everything, and not everyone has his voice. I had it in my head, and I put it on paper, and people say that's good.
Well, we're around the clock here. I've got local SAR, a rolling ground coordinator, and an eye in the sky. We're on top of the situation.
There were so many things for the writers to fill in terms of character traits and personality traits to make this character fit into the world that we have been living in for the past 7 years.
Butter?
La relación entre Scully y Doggett no es nada fácil.
His first meeting with her, he really risks damaging whatever future relationship they may have because he lies to her.
Why are they talking to you?
Me? I knew Mulder back a bit. The way in which she catches him.
John Doggett.
And the way in which she handles it. He has a great deal of respect for her right away.
Nice to meet you, Agent Doggett.
It puts him in a situation where he's got to be protective of someone who doesn't necessarily show him much favor, doesn't necessarily show him much of her personal side. So while we get to discover Scully's personal side through her search for Mulder, We also get to play a coolness towards her partner that we never got to play before.
Los Expedientes Secretos X vuelve irónicamente a ser lo que era antes, solo que ahora el agente Doggett es quien pone en duda los casos investigados.
You don't want to know.
He's not a man. The hell is he? Hey, don't turn your back on me. I'm asking you a legitimate question.
La posición que Scully ocupaba anteriormente.
He's alien.
Scully is still a scientist, so she approaches things as a scientist, but as a member of the X-Files team for 7 years, she knows that there are things that science can't explain.
I will go on record to say this, that I have seen things that I cannot explain.
So she is going to approach them like Mulder would have approached them, but as a scientist. So she's a reluctant believer.
As a scientist and a serious person, it is a badge of honor not to dismiss these things because someone thinks they're BS.
Doggett doesn't believe any of this.
He doesn't even try to explain them away. He just says this is crap.
It's not a question of approach. It's the only approach I got.
He's not seen or has knowledge that Scully and Skinner have, so he's very skeptical about how they proceed and what information they produce.
You don't compromise, you don't quit. You're a damn good FBI agent, best of the best. A lot of guys put you in the director's chair one day, which is why you've been set up to fail.
Well, the X-Files is kind of under attack right now because they've been spending a lot of money, but they're producing very few results because, as you can imagine, when you're pursuing the paranormal, it's very hard to sort of catch the bad guys. Really, it's a way for the FBI just to see if they can actually close the X-Files doors for good. This is where we begin the season. Agent Scully under fire. Agent Mulder's gone.
Mulder!
And Agent Doggett comes into a situation that is